How's it going, lads? So we're back for video number two. If you don't know, and you haven't seen the message yesterday or the message that we posted on Saturday, guitar classes is going to move online now. So every Tuesday we're going to have kind of a beginners class, and that's going to consist of going through basic things like going through chords, finger placement, and basic strumming patterns. And then on Thursdays we're going to have a slightly more advanced class, which is mainly going to be just a song. We're going to run through the breakdown of the chords, the strumming pattern of the song, and so on. So we're effectively going to move that all online. So it's going to be on the Citywise YouTube page. We'll post the links to Facebook as they go up. But head over to YouTube. If you're doing it and you need a little bit of help and you have any questions, you can pop a comment underneath the video on YouTube, and then I'll be always on hand. So I'll always answer the questions as we go on YouTube. So we're trying to create a little bit of an online community around the Guitar Club at the moment, and I'm sure you've seen the Magic Club videos that's gone up yesterday as well. So try getting involved, record yourselves playing guitar, doing magic, even making the cake, and then post them up online. Tag us in it, just so that we know that it's getting to people, you know. Don't forget to give us a like and stuff like that. But grab a guitar now. We're going to go through some basic chords, and we'll probably add on to the one that we did on Saturday. So get comfortable, grab your guitar, make sure it's in tune, and we'll get started. Okay, so in Saturday's video we went through the D chord, the G chord, and the A chord. Okay, and there is variations of how you could play the G chord. You could play with your two fingers and the two bottom strings, the E and the B string. You could play it with just your ring finger on the E string, or you could play with the two fingers up the top on the E and the A string here. So we're going to push it on now, and we're going to do 3 new chords, and hopefully in the build up there'll probably be one more video after this and we can put them together to make a few tunes. So the first chord we're going to go through is the C chord. So it's nice and simple. You're going to get your index finger or your first finger, and you're going to put it on the B string, so the second string up, the B string on the first fret. Okay, so you should get a little sound like this. You're going to put your middle finger then on the D string, okay, or the 4th string up on the 2nd fret, and you're going to place your ring finger on the string above it on the 3rd fret, so the A string on the 3rd fret, okay, so the A string here. So you should get the sound from those 3 strings, okay? The key to this then is not to play this top string here, okay? It's too bassy for it. So what I like to do is I like to wrap my thumb around the top of the guitar, and it just kind of mutes it then a little bit, okay? You still kind of hear it a small bit, but it kind of gets rid of that horrible lingering bass sound, okay? And then just try to get your fingers pressed in nice and hard against the wood on the neck here, and just strum down. Okay, so just to go over that really quickly again, we have our index finger on the B string 1st fret, we have our middle finger on the D string 2nd fret, we have our ring finger on the A string 3rd fret, okay? So that is the basic way of playing the C chord. Another way of playing that C chord now is if you pop your ring finger, up onto the E string, so the top string here on the 3rd fret, and put your pinky on the A string underneath that. So that's another one, and that way you can play the E string as well. Okay, and it adds a bit more of a grungy sound to it. Okay, so that would be the main way, I suppose, of playing it. And that would be the basic one. Okay, so have a go at that. See how you get on. Try to get the sound. The most important thing is to get the sound out of these 3 strings. Okay, try to get that done, and pause the video right now, get that done, and come back to the video for the next chord. The next chord that we're going to do is the F chord. There's 2 ways of playing this. There's a few ways of playing it, but I'll show you 2. The most basic one is probably if you go back to the C shape, so you put your index finger on the B string 1st fret, your middle finger on the D string 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the A string 3rd fret, and if you drop your middle finger down a string, so from the D to the G, and then your ring finger from the A to the D, you have the basic F chord. Okay, so that would probably be the most basic. The second way of playing it is if you bring your ring finger back to the A string and drop your pinky down onto the D string of the third fret. It's kind of similar to that C that I showed you, except it's just down a string. And that's probably the most common way, other than the bar way of playing it. Okay, so again, just to go through them really slowly, you have your index finger on the B string first fret. You have your middle finger on the G string second fret. And for the simple way, you have your ring finger on the D string third fret. You can play it like that. Or you can bring your ring finger up to the A string on the third fret and drop your pinky finger on the D string just below it on the third fret as well. Okay, that's probably the most common way. Okay, you can also do this thing if your thumb is big enough and reach around and kind of bar the E string, okay, so that you can get kind of a little sound out of it. Okay, and you can play it like that. Okay, so have a go with those two. You can drop me down below in the comments which suits you better. But try both of them. Try get that one if you can, because I think it's the clearer way of playing it. But try both of them, and I'll come back to the video for the last chord. So the last chord then is A minor. So A minor is nice and simple. We're going to put our index finger on the B string again on the first fret. We're going to put our middle finger on the D string of the second fret, and we're going to put our our ring finger, on the G string just below that. Okay, so now we have that chord. And again, try not to get this low E, and play from the A down. Okay. Okay, and again, if you can get that thumb over and just mute that. Okay, you have a nice clear one. Okay, so we have C, F, and A minor. Okay, so practice those three and come back, and we'll put it in. I'll play along, and see if you can play along with me. Okay. Okay, so on Saturday we didn't really go through too much of a strumming pattern, but this time I'm going to throw a little strumming pattern into the mix. It's not too difficult, and it's nice. It is a little bit nicer than just having to go down all the time. Okay, so on Saturday, like I said, we just went down, down, and then we changed the chord, down, down, and changed the chord. This time, what I want you to do is I want you to go down, 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 up. Okay. So it's just nice and simple. Put your fingers over your strings just so you mute it, so that you're not getting this very loud sound out of your guitar and annoying your parents. So you're just going to go down, 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 up. Okay, so just to put that with chords. Okay, so I'll show you the chords now in a second. But you're just going to go down, 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 up. Change, down, 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 up. C, down, 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 up. Okay, so A minor, down, 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 up. F, down, 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 up. C, down, 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 up. Okay, and throw a G in there as well if you have it down. Okay, so G, down, 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 up. Okay, so just practice that strumming pattern by doing that. Okay, and come back to the video, and I'll put the camera further up this end then, so that you know what way I'm doing it. Okay. Okay, so following that strumming pattern, okay, we're gonna play along with the chords. So we're gonna start with A minor to F to C, and we're gonna go to G then. Okay, so we're throwing a chord in from Saturday with this. Okay, so we're stepping it up now, and if you can play along with me, that's fine. If you can't, you need to take it a lot slower. Pause the video and play by yourself. The important thing is to get these chords down, okay? And the more you practice getting these shapes into your fingers, the easier it will be to play along with this, okay? So Again, get the chords down. Don't try to rush and play along with me because you'll end up just frustrating yourself completely. Get the chords down first, then come back to the video and you can play along with this. Is that okay? So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. A minor. Down, 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 up. F. Down, 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 up. C. Down, 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 up. And a G. Down, down, down. Okay? So practice along with that and then come back to the video. We'll try pick it up the pace. So one more thing I want you to try, and I want you to try and get it down over next week is when you're going up on that strumming pattern, I want you to change the chord. Okay? So you're going to start with A minor like we did before. You're going to go to F, to C, to G. But when you're going on the up strum, I want you to change from A to F. Okay? It's going to be really quickly, and I'll probably exaggerate it a little bit in this hand. You're obviously not going to play the way I'm going to do it here. But I'm going to do it for the purposes of you being able to see it. Okay? So we're going to go down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. Okay? So it should sound like this. Okay, so when you get the chords down and you get the strumming pattern down, try that. Start off as slow as you can, and if you have to, exaggerate it the way I did the first time. Okay, there's no harm in doing everything really slow. The slower you do it, the better you'll get at the technique, and the better you are at the technique, the better you'll be at guitar. Okay, so practice that. Try to get it down between now and next week, and then next week we'll take that on again. So between now and next week, try and get 10 minutes in every day. We all have a lot more time in our hands now because we're stuck at home, and we should be trying to help people around the house as much as we can as well. But as much as we can, try to pick up that guitar when you're sitting down. I understand if you're only starting off, your fingers are really sore, and it's important to stop when your fingers are really sore as well, because you start to get a little bit angry with it. So what I want you to do is just really slowly go through all those chords, get them down. If you can't get the strumming pattern between now and next week, that's fine. Just focus on the chords, focus on the technique, getting your fingers right. Make sure they're hooked around, nice, so that it's the tip of your finger on the string, and it's not kind of this flat of your finger here, okay? Because if it's the flat of your finger here, you're going to mute some of the strings underneath. So practice that between now and next week. Send me videos. Send us in videos on Facebook of you practicing. Comment below in the video on YouTube or even on Facebook if you have any questions about it. You don't have to be part of the Guitar Club to avail of these videos. They're all on YouTube. They're all free to go on. Once you have an account on YouTube, I don't even think you need an account. And pass them on to anybody who wants to play guitar, who knows or who's interested, and just has never been able to get to Citywise to play some guitar. It'd be good for them to have as well. So on Thursday, like I said at the start of the video, we're going to have kind of a more advanced video. By advanced, I mean we're going to play a song. We're going to go through the breakdown, the strumming pattern and the chords of a song. And this is kind of be the schedule for the next few weeks. Hopefully we'll be back in Citywise sooner rather than later. But until then, every Tuesday is a beginner's or an introduction video, and then every Thursday is a song. Okay, so share your videos with us, and don't forget to pop us now a like to make sure that we know that you like the video. Okay, so see you on Thursday.